here we are, the smuggler's moon. It's the gaping maw of Nar Shaddaa, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot. It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nar Shaddaa orbits it. Nar Shaddaa's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years.
It might take longer than that for some of us.
You spend all day thinking up that joke? Maybe you and Bayodur should start a circus.
I fail to understand the reference, though I doubt your explanation would prove worthwhile.
Yeah, some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers. So others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy. It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa. Finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive.
You speak of this place as if it is familiar to you.
Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice. Well, not everyone who came to Nar Shaddaa were soldiers. A lot of worlds were destroyed by the Mandalorians, and the Jedi. Left a lot of people wandering the galaxy. I've plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's gonna find us here.
You have heard that the Jedi comes to Nar Shaddaa. While she walks upon the smuggler's moon, she is not to be harmed. Observe her, track her, but do not eclipse her movements, or I shall eclipse yours. You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Dawachosimu poindorakawa ichi rendumo moparama kawana abawasi. You kroren man mapusiti nolara.
Honto no saka, jita bedwana maticha, kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupa naret atamakcha.
Taranamo sibu indasarans, crema sunkun ratungala, chawi mo jubu inkosoracha. Bo mababe wanto susintu mukarata. Tu es rectonatada ber mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me burokra.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimoroda kansa. Javaskobo sabjo, rigiso karvenoxo. Mochito sasagrindeyo. Kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupa naret atamakcha. Tahupo boteño go jucho picha, gwem taba ni sochu, norotoga proto lala shishi, jubadosa jibacha, ratak mansan, tokosha na chitolo.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Doveri nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Doveri nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Gole rosodish, ranta kras mobas.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Never have I been to a place so alive with the Force, yet so dead to it. The contrast is like a blade.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours. No, but I forgot to tell them we were landing. The refugee sector's a dead zone. No one cares too much who flies in and out of here as long as they're not carrying cargo that the Exchange or the Hutts might want a piece of. Sure, most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right. I think. Yeah, in all its glory. Don't get your hopes up from what you see here, though. As soon as we hit the main sector, that's when the smell and the mobs can get pretty bad. All right then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you. Whatever we do, I say we get the Hawk's ID signature changed while we're here. Might keep us from being a target when we enter a new system.
It is not your choice, Atten. It is hers. What is it you wish to do?
Finding a Jedi, or anyone else touched by the Force here, will be difficult. The mass of people, the rush of their emotions. It makes detection difficult. But this moon does not get any smaller while we wait. This sector is as good as any place to begin our search, so let us begin.
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense, might as well start as soon as possible. Well, that means finding either a bounty hunter, a ranking member of the Exchange, or someone willing to talk, none of which are too appealing. Bounty hunters in the Exchange are going to want to shoot you, and someone who is willing to talk to anyone, which means trouble.
The bounty is a waste of our efforts. All that matters is the Jedi. The intentions of the thugs of this moon are of no consequence.
Forgive me, but these bounty hunters pose a threat to her. Their persistence is unusual. And if they're not stopped, one of them may prove lucky.
I agree. They're nothing more than a distraction. But even a distraction may prove fatal at a critical moment. We must protect her.
If you are so certain of your path, then do what you will. It makes no difference.
It's up to you. There's bound to be someone in the sector willing to spill their guts for a credit or two. All right, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad! Yeah? Well, this is the first I've heard of it. Hutts don't do business down there. This is Exchange territory. I got a ship that's supposed to dock on this pad any hour now. What am I gonna do?
No! Look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't survive there. You've got us locked in.
Soon you shall know pain.
Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me for sure. Well, they work for the Exchange, for a Quarren named Visquis. He's looking to step up in the Exchange. The only language the Exchange respects is money, so Visquis is trying to increase his profits by using the refugees here in Nar Shaddaa as a cheap labor force. We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep us in one place, so he can control us. That's always been the way. Well, except lately. The Exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea why. They've started kidnapping people, hurting others, but there seems to be no reason to it. You don't. He comes to you. If he's got reason to. Either because you can help him out, or because you're making trouble. Either way, it's not a good thing. Whatever your reasons, thanks.
I saw what you did to those exchange thugs, stranger. Can you spare a few credits, maybe help another refugee in need? Thank you, stranger. I won't forget your kindness.
Why did you do such a thing? Such kindnesses will mean nothing. His path is set. Giving him what he has not earned is like pouring sand into his hands. And would that be a kindness? What if by surviving another day he brings a greater darkness upon another? The Force binds all things. The slightest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. Even an act of kindness may have more severe repercussions than you know or can see. By giving him something he has not earned, perhaps all you have helped him become is a target. Seeing another elevated often brings the eyes of others who suffer. And perhaps in the end, all you have wrought is more pain. And that is my lesson to you. Be careful of charity and kindness, lest you do more harm with open hands than with a clenched fist. Very well, but mind what I have said. Use your power, but in its proper place.
Please, look, I already paid the exchange what I have. But oh, look! Here's the one with your credits. About time. Look, these gentlemen are getting impatient. Hey, thanks. I appreciate you helping me out of that tough spot there. I can't really pay you the money, or else I would have given it to those thugs. Are you serious? All right. I must be doing something right for you to come along and bail me out like you did.
Such acts have their own strength about them. I had forgotten. It may seem that way, but perhaps it can become much more. I'm sorry, I did not mean to speak of it. Principles of sacrifice and charity. These are things I have not seen in some time. I'm afraid that it will weaken you for what comes. But I have said enough, and you do not need my counsel. Your actions should, as always, be your own.
Bodrashon kontichaum, King Lord Aithakun, Aithapatisatonk, Diakun Batot Kaun, Chonachoba. Tapichayubong, Chijiskapule, Chumbole, Watagratug, Jimula. Chupayubong labograturong agtichimait muleranion chuba. Nihun kagratug jimut malabist white wata. Jiji naudung chong yomabola human. Yomawa ni boba Lorda wish wanga shachi. Nihun kagratug jimut malabist white wata. Jiji naudung chong yomabola human. Chopiti man punjame. Sashange bedwana mulera. Chupa wanga una konticha. Chuna konasa. Chopiti man punjame. Sashange bedwana mulera. Chupa wanga una konticha. Chuna konasa. er bundas Geld, bundas Schielfaxe, du bundas. Ben bundas, hoisidan gelfa, papuelta. Gelfa vadinogan gelfa, ben bundas, hoisidan gelfa, papuelta. Sidan gelfa vadinogan gelfa, linda tufta. Ben bundas, hoisidan gelfa, papuelta. Gelfa vadinogan gelfa.
You interrupting me for a reason? I have a lot of work to do, to manage here, right? So, what is it? The Thorian? Nothing to talk about. He paid docking fee, he go. Ithorian owes 600 credits. Why? Does he owe you money too? Fine. You tell Lassavu he can go now. What else?
Black Fandigo gelfa puelta. Ben bundas, hoisidan gelfa, papuelta.
Spare a few credits, friend? Much appreciated, friend. Life's hard in the refugee sector, and this should go a long way to helping. All right. I don't know much beyond the refugee sector here, but I can share what I know. This sector's filled with refugees from the Jedi Civil War, and even as far back as the Mandalorian Wars. Refugees and war veterans both, and anyone else who was rendered homeless by the war. The Jedi destroyed planets across the galaxy, and here's where the wreckage ended up. That's two names for one thing. It's difficult to tell in the crossfire, and the Sith were led by Jedi. In the end, it didn't make much difference. A lot of space lanes cross at Nar Shaddaa, and once here, it's hard to move on. Even fighter pilots from the war can't get work at the docks. The freighter crews are full up. There's no work here and no way out, unless you want to become a hired muscle for the exchange, or work in a Hutt slave camp. Jedi Master? There aren't any Jedi Masters in the galaxy, let alone on Nar Shaddaa. This place is a cesspit, with the exchange and the Hutts stabbing their claws into everything. But you know, I did hear something about a bounty on Jedi, though. Something the exchange posted. Doesn't matter, though. Aren't any more Jedi around, so no one's going to be collecting that bounty. You're lying. You're mad. The Jedi wouldn't come to the... You're serious? You're telling the truth. What are you doing here? Are you trying to get us out of this place? Please, you have no idea what life is like here. Of course. Of course. Tell me, what else did you want to know, Jedi? Not much to say, except it's a high price. You need to find a bounty hunter to get more, and they've been pretty scarce lately. You might have more luck trying to find someone connected to the exchange. And I don't mean some spaceport muscle, I mean someone connected. Look, Jedi, before you go, I know you probably didn't come here to save us, but I knew Jedi during the war, and I know that they always helped when they could. If I can help you, even just by keeping an ear out, I can let you know if I hear anything. I'll do that then. I'll come seek you out if I hear anything I think you might want to know.
The bounty hunters have been laying low recently, like they're waiting for something. Ugh, the stink here in the refugee sector is worse than the rest of Nar Shaddaa. Wish the exchange would pack up the refugees and ship them all off to spice camps. Don't waste my time. I've got a transport to catch. I don't have any handouts for you. Go bother someone else. Exchange has got this sector carved right down the middle. Soon they'll own everything. Ugh, the stink here in the refugee sector is worse than the rest of Nar Shaddaa.
And what did she want?
Nothing. Just answers to some questions.
It's okay. I already know she's a Jedi.
You do? Then why?
Trust me, Nar Shaddaa just got complicated.
Acknowledgement.
Geraktada cemense bengarurukutoto unde chuchamataso benkisha manensitse. Fela dibono ta munikranaktada. Terewana jung konata delera guno tuna. Dai rinto run kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Terache wemeno totorere senisenten. Sharanana gundoso remina che l'orakto guru katpada. Fiaratore pada no ringatel camarada tela fibu nubu da bicarana cenirara. Terewana jung konata delera guno tuna. Dai rinto run kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Terache wemeno totorere senisenten. Terewana jung konata delera guno tuna. Dai rinto run kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Terache wemeno totorere senisenten. Der rinto run to wakare kwe wap gerebu. Nenso telepachan gorsodara nane gra delunuta choloren. Dosane gravalantro kwe wapa teratana chingaradana. The bounty hunters have been laying low recently, like they're waiting for something. Ugh, the stink here in the refugee sector is worse than the rest of Nar Shaddaa.
Graci ubaci kompadwana muska na boska wamba. Kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa, bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanjiuma.
Malampas tarawando krimogawan. Kurmaka trakta vashambash. Joroga komoshi. Juto manshi dakajim. Jona yurturanga chi wi ita? Vamos limo podan mawanga kun. Bis mula rabest. Pane sokokran. Joka mata storch ban locha.
Jun soba me rapa, no kuma randisa mak chiksa, kucha bak tong kinka mata kata, chopa wanga kun not kat yutka kes.
Moga chi nota harembe wanachi, drumpaba nakares magre, kavadumpa ku papa yi mokata, yuzuta monorcha das, noma inso dizuka. Tahupo botenya go jucho picha, gwen taba ni sochu, norotoga proto lala shishi, jubadosa jibacha, ratak mansan, tokosha na chitolo. Takam tuchis miku mogo graba? Kechichul ida hodonga, mi paden, tuning tachu kun nibes, kavadumba ku.
Statement. Our frames are designed to withstand considerably more trauma than you meatbags.
Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimorota kamsa javaskobo sabjob rijiso karvenokso mochitoza sagrindeyo. Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimorota kamsa javaskobo sabjob rijiso karvenokso mochitoza sagrindeyo.
Sunaranga machochane, dota lutu. Padu krem so chiche no, shi wendido, dron tite yoba. Morata gomana, kova chokchi, moskali, miki mokba moka. Donina chiwa, kota win, vorka no chawatama. Kavadumpe masuraku, popayi botenya, tachimorota kamsa, javaskobo sabjo, rigiso karvenokso, mochitosa sagrindeyo. Kavadumpe masuraku, popayi botenya, tachimorota kamsa, javaskobo sabjo, rigiso karvenokso, mochitosa sagrindeyo. Moga chinota harembe wanachi, drumpaba nakares magre. Kavadumpa ku papayi mokata. Yuzuta monorchadas. Noma inso dizinko. Dahupo botenyo go jucho picha. Gwem taba ni sochu. Norotoga proto lalashishi. Juba dosa jibacha. Ratak mansan. Tokosha na chitolo. Kawanabota atagwa kankadiwa. Yutaka alwanji yumaliba. Tues mahawika si wawanta mo go ika wansoba. Wakama nurawa. Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimorota kamsa. Javaskobo sabjo, rigiso karvenokso, mochitosa sagrindeyo.
Bornacinin sopa maranka wongo kumbiaste. Tonga buga shame zanini chonkai chitera ritsa sabata. Tiumpe, dove punta crita gino muleranni bono. Ichiret kurangata inkuntanga waikere rotawa yato kaulwan. Kavadumpa munsuro kuplaliyawa, bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwan jiuma. Muliwrawa iberendia tia Vishnu nunga se, utati ramata mandrakotu sa minarinkadin. Heruta, Jinking, ni bobo, ni donjo. Watakra tungji, mularayi mula gritirite, grakolo mebosa. Dahupa, bosa kurata, go jujuto yoke, hiata yamba wajiyake yukito tune. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora, tayaita, ta bosananhansata, Tarak Krono King Bulatonga Chopa Chavwa Genro.
Tahupa botenyo go jucho picha, gwen tabani sochu, norotoga proto lala shishi, jubadosa jibacha, ratak mansan, tokosha na chitola. Kavadumpe masuraku, popayi botenya, tache morota kamsa, javasko bo subjob, rijiso karvenokso, mochitoza sagrindeyo. Kawanabota tagwa kankadewa, mutaka ananji maliba.
Loka kamaran endoso ranwi no chabi. Tu rantamana sobu. Taranamo sibu endasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu inkosoracha. Taranamo sibu endasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu inkosoracha. Donos emeragith. Wanarakorachi drumka sa inchobin sasha. Tosimana rachata. Loka kamaran endoso ranwi no chabi. Tu rantamana sobu. Taranamo sibu endasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu inkosoracha. Taranamo sibu endasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu inkosoracha. Taranamo sibu endasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu inkosoracha. Donos emeragith. Wanarakorachi drumka sa inchobin sasha. Tosimana rachata.
Dorota sinta winoto. Putemali lichuna jichiska. Un corda saboraco. Fasa susho wi. Kanaina doka ches. Kapatron di losochi rana dikpik. Naji kachi a ubangta. Me poga rifti noso me mastolo. Yokolopoi. Tuana muki. Krimsochi mapo hirembi kachapas pato. Kruta mawi tonapa makaret. Dok ini kemarin zuni inas di John Bla wen somas. Tong abau shan uni nong. Tonichi ramagrin somos rapana. Rakachon mot nichoran. Kuno konasa. Tawanga nochi. Roren manama. Kochpa ino shan opora. Posoma britoshniki tuk tuk bamba. Bora. Tino morira nibonon. Tin un batno koktek. Dok ini kemarin zuni inas di John Bla wen somas. Tong abau shan uni nong. Hoshman fu ni wado de kuta masapa. Tong hitwa maji. Yung aliba to atong into tune.